There's absolutely no doubt about it. That's Stephen Logan.
It's as plain as a nose on your face.
8 years. What has he done with his life? Where has he been?
Wherever he's been, he looks pretty good physically.
All that time, and he's never even tried to reach that family. No phone calls, no letters. It's just as though he disappeared off the face of the earth.
That's probably what he wanted everybody to think.
It makes you wonder what really happened. And you know what worries me? This is a man that I'm depending on to help me save my marriage. And he's walked out of every commitment he's ever had. Here I am, out of the blue, hoping that he'll go and face his family so that I can try and work things out with my husband. Now, what do you think the chances of that really happening are?
All right, now you're certain everything is ready for this rehearsal?
As far as I can tell. The models are all lined up. We've used most of them before, so there should be no problem there.
It's the music and these lighting cues that I'm worried about. It's a much more complex setup than it was last year. If it works, it'll be the hottest show LA's ever seen. But if anything should miss...
It won't miss. Eric, you've hired the best people in the business. It's going to be sensational. You know you go through this every single year.
Yes, I guess it goes with the territory.
You're a perfectionist, and you should be. But just don't make yourself crazy.
Very good advice from a very good friend. I mean it, Margot. I couldn't get through any of this without you.
Let's hope you never have to.
Well, I guess that's really about everything except for the big surprise.
You haven't said anything to Kristen.
No, I haven't, but I think the time has come.
You want me to go get her?
Yes, tell her to put the dress on and that I just want to have one last look. Margot, how does she seem? I mean, she was terribly upset.
After hearing about the divorce, I know. She's feeling much better. Just the person we were looking for. Your father wants to see that cocktail design again, the black mini. So, do you mind going and putting it on? Because the models aren't going to be here till later for the rehearsal.
Sure. Everything's okay, isn't it?
Yes, yes, I just want to make some adjustments in Margot's commentary.
Well, it should be down in the fitting room. Won't take me but a minute to change.
I was just trying to call you.
Hi.
Donna, where you been? Let me tell you something. When opportunity knocks, you've got to act.
I know that.
Okay, good. So you don't mind if I call the man and tell him that you're ready to do the shoot, and for the $4,000.
Wait a minute.
Donna, if you're backing out of this...
No. It's not that.
Okay, then what? And let me tell you something. This better be good. Because I don't mind telling you, I'm through with the fun and games. This is big business. This is big business. And my business, I take very seriously.
Okay. Just make it cleaner.
Are you sure nothing's wrong? I mean about the dress.
What could be wrong? No, we just want to be sure that we present the dress in the best possible way. Margot, What do you think?
Well, I'm not sure.
Well, as I see it, the stage is completely dark, except for 4 spots that follow the model all the way to the end of the runway. And when she gets there, she pivots, detaches the train.
And then a handsome gentleman in white tie and tails comes down the stairs, taking the train. He kisses the model's hand romantically.
Right. And then the model removes the ruffle from her hips and flings it over her shoulders. Like this.
Then the rest of the models join her. There's a big finale. House lights up and thunderous applause.
And Forrester's the talk of the season.
That's the idea.
But wait, Dad, are you saying, I mean, does this mean that this dress is going to have the closing position?
Yes, it is. I'm counting on your design to be the showstopper of the whole collection. And that's not all. I can't think of anyone better to model our premier attraction than the designer herself. You, Miss Forrester.
Me?
Yes. I don't know why I've never thought of it before. You're the perfect top model.
Oh, Dad, I've never modeled in my life.
Oh, Kristen, it's so simple. There aren't any changes. It's only one dress.
After all, it is your design. And unless I miss my guess, it's going to be the hit of the show. I can't imagine anyone looking more stunning or showing the dress off better than our own, very own top model. Who could be more fitting to wear it than you?
You know, the big question is, now that we've found Stephen Logan, what do we do with him?
No, the question is, how do we get him home? I mean, we can't talk to him directly.
No, we can't do that. Not any man who's worked as long and hard as he has to remain anonymous.
He'll run. And then we'll be right back where we started.
How do you suppose Logan really feels about his family?
What do you mean?
Well, his wife in particular. I mean, how do you think he'd react if he got a letter saying that she was ill? I mean, seriously.
Weston, he hasn't given 2 hoots and a holler about that family for the past 8 years. Why do you think he'd start now?
Yeah, I know you're right. But still, we gotta figure out some way to get him home. What about the Logan kids? How do they feel about their father?
The boy, Storm, is very resentful of his ever leaving. I mean, that's according to the daughter, Brooke.
What about the rest of the family?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I suppose a mother would welcome him home. Maybe the younger kids. Why?
Because I think I'm beginning to get an idea.
Hello?
Clarke, I'm glad I caught you.
Kristen, what's up?
Clarke, I have to see you right away.
Want me to come over?
No, I better come to you.
Okay. I'll be here.
I'm on my way.
What's the idea?
Supposing Logan's mother got an anonymous message that her son was in Tucson. You think she'd follow up on that?
I would imagine she'd be curious. I mean, if it was anonymous, don't you think she'd want to know if the source were reliable?
Yeah, but unfortunately, our only option here is anonymity. I mean, suppose your husband was missing for 8 years. What would you do if you got a letter that told you where he was?
Well, I'd want to know who sent it.
Right?
And then I'd want to know if it was true.
Exactly. Your natural curiosity is going to outweigh any doubt you got.
We don't send this. We don't send this letter to the mother. We send it to the whole family. That way, if there's one member of the family that's vulnerable, that one member can work on all the others.
Okay, you're right. We send it to the family.
How does our so-called anonymous messenger know the family address?
Well, there's several ways. Let's just suppose that it's an old family friend, and he knows about the desertion, and he happened to be in Tucson, and he spotted Logan here, and he wanted to let the family know about it.
That's certainly simple enough.
And there's no way they can trace that back to you.
Which is absolutely essential.
Okay. Now, what do we put in a letter like that?
As little as possible.
All right, let's see. How's this? Real simple. If you want to see Stephen Logan, just go to such and such address, Tucson, Arizona. Cut.
Does a letter like this require a signature?
No. The less said is the better. Unless you got a better idea. Now, there's definitely going to be a response to this. Now, whether or not it's the response you want.
I don't think that we have any other choice.
Unless, of course, you'd like to get more personally involved.
You know that's absolutely out of the question.
Okay, so then we send the letter. And if everything you told me about the Logan family is true, they're going to check this out.
Let's hope so. Oh, dear God, I just hope so.
Okay, look, Donna, we got a guy here offering to pay you $4,000. Now, this is not some bum off the street, no. This is a very powerful and influential man here, one who does not like to be kept waiting. Now, do I tell him you're ready?
You wait.
Donna, my behind is on the line here.
Well, I'm sorry about that, Tommy, but before I do this, I need to know exactly what I'm getting myself into.
Like what? I already told you. You do the nude shots, he pays you $4,000. It's that simple.
Well, it might sound that simple to you, but it's my body in front of the camera.
So what? What's the problem here?
Before I do this, I want to be promised two things.
Okay. Shoot.
First, that these pictures never, ever show up in the United States.
I already told you that. Mommy'll never see them. Now, what else?
There's a big difference, Tommy, between art and pornography. I want to know exactly what this guy wants, because I'm not crossing that line.
Okay. I personally guarantee you the guy'll never make you do any icky stuff, all right? Now, can we get on with it?
I want to hear it from the man, Tommy.
What?
You heard me. I want to talk to this guy myself.
Oh, no, no way. This is totally out of the question.
Well, then fine. I don't do the shoot.
Oh, yes, you do. You've got to.
Why?
Because deals like this do not come along every day.
I know that. Tommy, please. I've heard too many stories about girls who come to Hollywood to be actresses or models, and then they end up on the streets. Or worse. I'm not gonna let that happen to me.
All right. Okay, I agree to let you talk to this man. You'll agree to do the shoot.
As soon as I'm sure that he wants exactly what we agreed upon. No more, no less.
You'll model for him. No clothes.
No clothes.
You got it, kid. One phone call coming up.
Clarke, I got here as soon as I could.
Kristen, what's going on?
Clarke, we're getting in awfully deep. I have to be sure. Can I trust you? Can I really, really trust you?
Well, believe me, I get through writing this with my left hand, there won't be a soul who will tell who wrote it. There we go. Now, how's this? If you want to know where Stephen Logan is, go to 4515 Southwood Drive, apartment 3C, Tucson, Arizona.
Well, between this handwriting and no signature, there's absolutely no way this can ever be traced back to you or to me.
You got a stamp?
No.
Ma'am, excuse me, ma'am. Do you have an extra stamp around? I'd be glad to pay for it.
Oh, yeah, I think so. Here you go.
Thank you.
Sure.
Well, Mrs. Forrester, we finally did it. When this reaches the Logan family, our Stephen Logan is as good as found.
I hope so.
What do you mean, can you trust me? Kristen, I hope by now you know the answer to that.
It's just that now it's more important than ever, Clarke.
Why? What's happened?
Dad wants me to model tomorrow for the showing of the fall collection. He wants me to be the top model.
Kristen, that's fantastic.
Wait, there's more. I'm going to be modeling the showstopper, the design Dad thinks is the most outstanding for the season.
Well, I don't understand why you're so uptight. It's a fabulous opportunity.
I haven't told you what design I'll be wearing. It's yours, Clarke. The one Dad thinks I designed. The whole reason he's so excited about me doing the modeling is that he wants the designer to present her own creation. My God, Clarke, what am I gonna do?
You're gonna go in there as the gorgeous creature that you are and steal the show. Kristen, it's our dream come true. You as the top model, wearing the design that I made for you.
The design Dad thinks is mine, Clarke.
What difference does it make? Do you realize what this means? Eric Forster has given the most prestigious position in the showing to my design. He's saying he thinks my work is the best of the best.
Which is why we have to tell Dad the truth, Clarke. We can't let him go on believing that this is my design. Not with this big buildup.
Why not?
Clarke, we can't
Kristen, listen to me. If we tell your father right before the showing, it'll blow his whole world apart. And besides, I thought we agreed that we'll see how this little number sells. It's one thing to get the top position in the showing, but it's another to see how the buyers react. Without any orders, we're just another page in the book.
You really think we should wait?
We have everything to gain and nothing to lose. Everything is working out perfectly, Kristen. We're a team. We can't quit now.
I don't know.
Trust me.
I want to. God, how I want to, Clarke. But my dad means the world to me. If something should happen where this blows up in our faces, he'd never forgive me for lying to him. I'd never forgive myself.
I'm telling you, it won't happen. Why should it? Look, let's just get through the fall showing. If we emerge as #1, your dad will be thrilled. With all the orders pouring in, he won't care who did the final design, you or me. He'll just be glad that it's a Forrester.
You really think so?
Kristen, you have nothing to worry about. It's all coming together perfectly, just the way we planned it. So just relax and enjoy it.